Welcome back to our program here on the Taiwan Outlook. I'm your host, Wu Ruiguo. We'll continue our conversation with Mr. Gerard Hei, who is the president of Dale Carnegie training program here in Taiwan. Gerard, I'm going to ask you that prior to becoming the president or getting involved in the Dale Carnegie training program in Taiwan, that you were one time a certified public accountant, CPA, in the U.S. And you worked with a very leading accounting firm in the world called KPMG. How did you like your experiences as a CPA, and what made you do a career change later on and decide to come back and take part in your father's business?
Yeah, actually, to be a CPA is a very practical choice. Because I thought that everybody needs an accountant, so it's not so hard to find a job. So I decided to take a lot of classes and also to study for the CPA exam. And then, as it turned out, I was right. I got a job, like you said, with KPMG, and I was expecting to do a lot of interesting work with corporate clients. And on my first job, I did actually, it's on an audit assignment with a company, and I guess our firm enjoy a very close relationship with that company. So I get to talk to the CEO, like understand his business plan, his financial planning, and I thought that was a very rewarding experience. But on my second case, then the company had actually a kind of a tense relationship with us, with the auditors, because they're not doing so well, they're losing a lot of money, and then they're receiving pressure from the headquarter company in Canada to shut them down. So every time I talk to my clients, struggle because they don't want to give me anything, no information. So I think that that experience really helped me build up some capability outside of accounting. For example, like how do you gain cooperation from others, or
make people open up to you.
Make them more open and give me the information I need and things like that. So that was very interesting. But most of the accounting work, especially at the junior level, it's not so interesting.
It's very repetitious.
Very repetitious. Like we have to add up a whole ledger of numbers and to make sure the total is correct. So that would take 2 hours. And then being the most junior staff member, a lot of times my senior managers will ask me to photocopy things, send fax, and then it just got to a point where it's not so challenging anymore. I figured
probably
that
not satisfying.
Not satisfying so much. So I decided to make a change by applying to MBA, because that's like the most natural way to make the transition.
Exactly. I just want to remind our viewers at home that Gerard is being very modest, because all of us know that becoming a CPA, certified public accountant in the U.S. is no easy task. Not only that you need to go through all the testing procedures, but you also need to have the aptitude and also the quality, especially in interpersonal skills, in order to become a very successful CPA. I'm sure that you enjoy that process, even though it wasn't very long. But the fact of the matter is, it paved the way or give you that foundation in terms of how to relate to people better, later on when you decide to go into business and also become part of the Dale Carnegie training program here in Taiwan. Of course, now you're managing the program here in Taipei, as well as in Shanghai. How do you like the switch in career? And the kinds of different sets of challenges that you face now?
It's actually, the switching career is actually kind of not planned by me.
A lot of things in life happen accidentally.
That's right. I remember I was in my second year of MBA in 1993. And I was trying to get a job in New York, preferably on Wall Street. And was having some challenge, because that's right after the Gulf War, the first Gulf War. The U.S. economy wasn't doing so well. So my father came to visit me. And then he asked me what my plans are, what am I working on.
What do you want to do next?
What do you want to do next? And then I told him about my situation. He said, okay, but maybe you can think about other options. You might not have to work in Wall Street. And then I said, okay, yeah, maybe I can get my PhD.
Okay.
You know, and he said, yeah, that's a good idea. You know, you can do that too. And then he started talking to me about Dale Carnegie in Taiwan and how, you know, in training he's growing. He has a lot of, you know, clients and a lot of participants in Taiwan take the class. And then he said, well, that's another option you can consider. So, and then he went back. Came back to Taiwan. Yes. And then I started preparing for my PhD. Okay. But I started thinking, you know, this is another 3 to 4 years. Okay. Do I really want to be? Yeah, yes. At least. Yeah. Do I really want to be studying and with all my friends and colleagues will be working already? So I decided to come back to Taiwan to do Dale Carnegie. Yeah. So I guess my father is very persuasive. Yes. You know, he helped me make that choice. Okay. And I think the career change is very interesting for me because in this business, you really have an opportunity to meet different people. Yeah. And then you have to, when you deliver the training program, you have to like show the participant value. Okay. And when I first came back, I became a trainer in 1995. Okay. And at that time, I was very young. So I constantly worry about what can I bring value to these people, senior managers who are have much more experience than me. Yeah, okay. And then, but at the end, I found that a lot of times, you know, our role is a coach. Yes. In terms of, you know, delivering training, we should help our participants do their job much better. Okay. Not so much to teach them something, but to help them do better. Okay. So after that change in mentality, I started doing much better, I think, and be more confident. Yeah. Good.
Gerard, if I may just, you know, sidetrack a little bit, because from your description of that, you know, exchange between you and your father regarding your career choice, we could see that your father has a lot of respect, you know, for his kids. You know, I mean, he wasn't, maybe he had, you know, I'm only speculating, maybe he had in his mind that he want, you know, Gerard come back as my son, you know, to take part in my business, you know, here in the, you know, the Dale Carnegie training program in Taipei, but he didn't want to say it out loud.
That's right.
You know, he wanted, you know, give you that, you know, freedom of choice and also the right, you know, to determine what you want to do career-wise when it comes to your decision. And he only, you know, wanted to present, you know, that as an option for you to consider. Yeah. And for those viewers, you know, who don't know this already, that Gerard's father, Mr. Hei is a very well-known and highly respected, you know, opinion leader in Taiwan, you know, both in the society as well as the corporate sector. And he was also the person who brought in the Dale Carnegie program to Taiwan. So can you then, you know, describe a little bit about your relationship with your father?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's like you said, you're very observant because that's the style he used to talk to all of us. Yeah, you know?
All his children. Yes.
What he did, you know, in retrospect, is actually in our teaching. You know, Carnegie has 30 sets of human relation principles to help us get along with others and better. Okay. And one of the principles is called let the other person think that the idea is his or hers.
Okay, good.
He used that principle very well. And like you said, it's since we're very small, you know, he started to communicate with us on matters that I don't think had anything to do with us. For example, when I was in elementary school, he wanted to make a career change from the Hughes Aircraft Company, which is a U.S. company, a defense contractor, to Guangqi Se, it's a TV studio at that time. And he would take a salary cut, a big salary cut. And so he asked me, you know, what do you think? Do you think I should make this career change? And I thought about it for a moment. If that makes you happy, please go ahead.
How old were you at the time?
I was like 5th grade in elementary school. Yeah. And then he asked my little brother, who's in kindergarten, he said, do you think Daddy should make the change? So I think, like you said, it's not that he wants us to
do something
or
to
give him
fulfill his
advice,
dream. Yes,
right?
Yeah.
He already know what he's doing, but he just wants us to think and communicate our ideas and start that practice when we're very small, so that we can communicate with others better.
Yeah, so we have a mutually respecting relationship with your father. That's very unusual, especially for people, his generation. It used to be a very dominant, a father type and telling you, hey, this is what you should do.
Right.
But your father was very unique. I think we certainly have a lot of respect for that. Let's get back to the Dale Carnegie program, training program. Can you describe your role now, both as a trainer and also as the program's president?
Yeah. Right now, I'm, like you said, we have multi-function.
Okay.
I have, my role as the president of Dale Carnegie Taiwan is to develop our people and also to manage the operation.
Okay.
My role as a trainer is to help companies to achieve their results that they want through developing their people.
Yes.
So this is actually kind of interesting because at this stage I teach mostly leadership and management programs. For example, for a company like TSMC or HTC or companies like that. And a lot of things that as I was delivering these leadership and management programs, it keeps reminding me that I have to use these things back when I manage my people. So like there's an old saying that easier said than done, right? Yes. So I have to keep reminding myself that some of the things that we ask our clients and our students to do, we have to do.
Also ask ourselves.
Yes.
So it does serve dual purpose.
Dual purpose, right?
Yes. We're going to take another short break on Taiwan Outlook, and we'll be right back to our program with Mr. Gerard Hei, who is the president of Dale Carnegie Training here in Taiwan. We'll see you in 3 minutes.